How you guys doing tonight? Pretty good? Well, welcome to our continuing series of poets and performers organized by the amazing Jessica Luth in our North Beach community. This is First Friday, so just to give you a little background. First Fridays go back in North Beach to 2007, which makes our First Fridays the first Friday before Oakland, believe it or not, before Reno, before Las Vegas, before everybody copied North Beach as usual. So this gallery sponsors, continues to have the poets read for us because it's a continuation of what we did even before we had Jessica organizing, and we always had some poets, we had some performers doing poetry and music inside our gallery, and we've, because of COVID, decided to take over part of the street. So Macchiarini Creative Design and Metalworks SF is the oldest ongoing metal arts production studio combined with a gallery in the United States. It was opened in the fall of 1948. We're in our 74th year, and about a year from now, when my father opened it in the fall, we're going to have a hell of a party here. And you're all invited. And we do everything from making individually handcrafted work, whether it's jewelry and sculpture, to wedding ring workshops. We have a class going on right now. We have classes 5 days a week, 3 hours a night, 7 basic weeks with 1 makeup class an 8th week for Metalworks SF. I'm lucky enough to work with my daughter, so we span now 3 generations. So that's who we are and what we're doing here. And so I'm going to turn it over to Jessica now, and enjoy the poetry and enjoy the performance.
So yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to North Beach First Friday. Thanks for coming as usual. Over all this time, it's been a really fabulous and committed audience. Thank you, Dan Macchiarini, Creative Design. Tonight I'm gonna begin with a poem. I just read down in Kerouac Alley, we had a reading for the 1-year anniversary of the Coit Tower Poetry Club. And we had one person each read one poem by the different poets that they featured each month up at Coit Tower. And so I read the poem by Gregory Corso. And so since I'm in a Gregory Corso mood, I thought that for fun I would read Botticelli's Spring.
I see your vision.
Botticelli's Spring by Gregory Corso. No sign of spring. Florentine sentinels from icy Campanile watch for a sign. Lorenzo dreams to awaken bluebirds. Ariosto sucks his thumb. Michelangelo sits forward on his bed, awakened by no new change. Dante pulls back his velvet hood. His eyes are deep and sad. His Great Dane weeps. No sign of spring. Leonardo paces his unbearable room, holds an arrogant eye on die-hard snow. Raffaello steps into a warm bath. His long silken hair is dry because of lack of sun. Aretino remembers spring in Milan, his mother, who now on sweet Milanese hills sleeps. No sign of spring, no sign. Botticelli opens the door of his studio. And now I think I'll just read a few haikus for you. I don't like long poems. Fuck it, the long odyssey. I like to write haiku. I had a tiny wagon. It was empty all day long. Things were red, that's all. The ocean just called. Waves the water back downside. Wobbly boats float home. When the man was young, his rooster didn't cock-a-doodle at all. People are like trees, big lots of figs and nuts. That's why the fruit fell. Nude girls like to pose. They are naked sex ideas. Their mouths are hot pink. Friends are just portraits, black, white, brush-painted pictures. The backgrounds are gone. Hashish is for haiku, bends the mind for warped. The train inside burns. The alphabet is alone, just a child with parts. It needs some guidance. Puffing away with wind, drifting by in the blue sky, clouds have their own ideas. Waves crash the pale beach. The clam before the storm couldn't get back up then. Okay, I'll just stop right there for now. Maybe you'll hear a little bit more from me later.
More.
We'll see how the evening progresses. But the next poet I would like to introduce is Lisbeth Bailey.
First 20 years of my life, I was a meat eater. I wrote some haiku. Sunday after church at Nana's, dinner of ham, dry, pink, salty. Mom's knock blocks hardens nails, made from poor horses' hooves. You're soaking in it. I'll read some short ones. Okay. This is a limerick. There once was a poet of Frisco whose poems reminded me of disco. So I got up to dance, then fell into a trance where I dined on rhinestones and Pisco. This is called The Remedy. Ride with humanity on Muni, dressed for work or dressed for survival in clothes that stand in as shelter. Silently staring into handheld glass, you miss the gold bridge, blue skies, green grass. Conscious observation sees what is. Conscious mind decides to speak out. Conscious hands offer openly. This is one from my little writing group. It's called Halcyon Pantheon. Frank, Bobby, and Nat sing again, and the trumpet talks now, and the writers listen. They sip espresso daydreams with elbows on cold marble, chins resting in palms. Caught up in seltzer reveries, their pencils glide on paper like a soft shoe. And the soft lights warming the cafe, the sanctuary of poets, as memories glide from the edges of our minds, warming our worlds in carefree vignettes. This is called Fort Point, top of Fort Point, our strong point. We climbed 3 flights of stairs to the top of Fort Point for the first time for me. We climbed and we walked, we looked and we talked. We touched the old bricks. You told a story about old bricks. We saw bay and ocean, yacht and motorboat, rescue equipment under the bridge to save the unsaved. We spoke of weaknesses that join us, those common feelings of loss, disappointment, and desire for something more, better, different, some other lot in life. Normal is a sour taste deep in our mouths, Convention, routine, habit reign as ordinary. We cannot live there. We worry at this sinkhole, work constantly to find a way out, a hand to hold, a firm footing. When we climb creatively, our eyes clear, joy visits briefly. We want to linger at this point for the first time again.
Oh, yeah.
Neely, I'm going to read that one you were looking at earlier. It's called After the Rain. It rained, but now it's in the past. A loved one lived, but now has passed. I swear the birds are happier after the rain. The birds know I'm sad since a loved one passed. Trees are happy for the rain. They remember the rain and grow. I'm happy that a loved one lived. I remember and grow. A loved one who lived doesn't know I'm sad or that the rain has passed. Look into the past, recall old sadnesses, intensities softened at last. Puddles were filled and slowly dried up. Now it's hollow there. My tears had fallen everywhere. I still taste their salt. For long seconds before, thunder warning kept rolling. Waves of shock echoed in me. Where lightning struck, a fire flickered. Where a loved one's life was lived, a light guttered. I fanned the flame and cheered as it leapt into the air. A red heart glow of warmth and passion lives on and lights up the people everywhere. Hey, this is one. This is for Jack. It's an acrostic. Jack, a jaywalking giant, jet setter and jovial Jewish joke teller. An adorable avuncular, author of arcanes and always appreciative of acrostics, while at odds with all capitalist kleptomaniacs and con artists. Yet he's a courageous champion for communist composers of couplets, centos, and cinquains, while in his crimson cravat. A kindly Kabbalist with a katan, a kinetic keeper of quips, and a crooner with a kettle drum kick. Korashah, Korashah, Korashah. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, Lisbeth Bailey. And the next poet that I would like to introduce, or that I will introduce, is the one and only Cara Vita.
I did this piece quite a few years ago at Piano Fight with the wonderful band that was there. And I was thinking, what was I going to read tonight? And to be honest with you, the way I keep things in boxes, this was the thing that, turned up. So the only reason I'm reading this tonight is because it was easy to get my hands on it. Only reason. I am not a trendy, bougie foodie who believes that eating is a form of exciting, adventurous, sophisticated entertainment. I am not that easily pleased. Nor do I find fast junk food gratification from Burger King, KFC, or Mickey D's. I mean, come on. Ronald McDonald is a freaking clown, for fuck's sake. So where does that leave me? Don't think me pretentious when I say, for the good of the planet, my health, and spiritual reasons, I am a vegan human being. Have been for 28 years. If I could talk to the animals. Hello, how now, brown cow? What's up? Moo, how do you do? Please don't eat me. I don't want to be ground chuck or a pot roast in the oven. Oink, oink. I don't want to be a Christmas ham. Don't want to be sausage next to eggs frying in a pan. Don't want to end up in a BLT. Gobble, gobble. Oh no! Thanksgiving is when I stop living. Don't eat me. Bah, bah. Don't want to be a shish kebab or a lamb chop. Quack, quack. Don't want to be Peking duck or foie gras. Cluck, cluck. Don't want to be McNuggets, buffalo wings, or southern fried. Moo. Oink, oink, gobble, gobble, bah, bah, quack, quack, cluck, cluck. Don't chop off our heads. We don't want to die. We want to be alive. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Vegan. I am what I eat. All organic. No Monsanto, genetically engineered frankenfood for me. No, and I'm all meat-free. Yum, yum, brown rice. Bananas, pears, apples, grapes, blueberries, figs, cherries, tangerines, bagels, and apricot jam. These are a few of my favorite things. Oh, goody. Carrots and peas, all orange and bright green. Wow, that stir-fried veggie and tofu sure looks nice. Bring it on, lentils, falafel and samosa. Way to go, veggie burrito, holy moly, guacamole, oh my, French fries. These are a few of my favorite things. Mangia, mangia, bella grossa. Awesome tossed salad and pasta with tomato sauce. Way cool. Pop, 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 poppin' popcorn. I can eat that all day long. You see, a hardcore vegan is easy to please and need not feel deprived because basically I eat to stay alive. Keeping it vegan real, I eat no dairy, no eggs, no honey from the hive, and no meat. I do not consume any animal, no critter that walks, crawls, jumps, hops, swims, or flies, lives in a shell, or is not yet born. No creature with a heartbeat, a brain, mouth, teeth, and eyes. No animal that has lived a short, brutish existence in a small, filthy, overcrowded cage. No animal shot up with antibiotics. No animal force-fed or free-ranged. No tuna, possum, venison, snails, rattlesnakes, gators, octopuses, bunny rabbits, frogs, mussels, lobsters, or those cute little quails. Damn, people will eat anything. As for myself, simply said, I do not eat the dead. Now, I don't wish to proselytize, preachify, or rant about what you should or should not eat. You decide. However, I will say this. So sorry to be blunt and rather unkind, but I must speak my mind. Many human beings are short-sighted, zombie meat sacks, willfully ignorant, fat, food-sick, mindless feeders. And the whole damn thing is unsustainable from corporate farm to table. Come on, people, top of the food chain gang. Would it kill you to just knock off all that meat, all that flesh? Afterthought. I think I'll scream if I hear one more conserved carnivore utter, "But where do you get your protein?" Answer, haven't you ever heard of quinoa, peanut butter, or rice and beans? And that's all I wrote about that. And I think I'll just finish up with a little tiny short story. From what I gather, this is Italian heritage celebration here going on. And a little background about myself. My mother was Lithuanian. We called her Big Mom. She was 6 feet plus. My dad was Italian. And that's an interesting combination, Lithuanian and Italian, I gotta tell you. But my dad, may he rest in soul, my mom, rest in peace, my mom too. My father gave me some advice, and I never forgot it, and I'm gonna share it with you. Always brush your teeth. Don't live in cheap hotels. Don't use an alias. And last but not least, he told me, there's no such thing as security. And I doff my hat to you, Dad. And I'm glad you're not alive to see what I did. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, well, a couple of the poets, performers, apparently are temporarily missing in action. So, I will just read a couple poems, and then it'll be a little bit of a schedule change. Matt Miller will play some songs until the rest of his trio also arrives. Don't paint what you see. Show what is unheard. Just brush the dew away, 'cause what the eyes might do in purple crusts of dusk informs trumpets. The dock is creaking. All the boats are leaving soon. Crab season is here. Gulls squawk in the sky. The dock is still creaking. A seal just popped up. Love is like a shadow jutting out from under the sun. It comes out into the sky and steeps the day in shade. The sun is a pink banjo on the streets of Brooklyn. Before the cactus sinks into the ground, go prick your finger. The flowers are dead, the water is all gone, pussy goes dry, the sun is not coming. Before the cactus sinks into the ground, go prick your finger. Until, when crop disappears in late autumn, and the soil already waits, is it the birds leaving causing it? the lack of song, or is it the gypsies who don't arrive dancing on the land? Aquatic park. The deceived sea, full of fish, seaweed. Its salt fizzes in sand, then the waves recede back into the rest of water, taking things. The Marin Hills, hazy, gray today, bored in the white fog light, holding up the bridge. A fishing boat motors by, headed for the Fairlawns to drop pots for crab. A seal butterflies past the SS Jeremiah as the sun drowns in the tide, closing in on shifting water. Next, please welcome Matt Miller.
All right, is this thing on? Alrighty. So my name's Matthew, and I do have a book, or I have a song called "Where's My Book in the Bible." I'll probably end with that one, but my name is Matthew, and I'm gonna do these songs in chronological order, I guess. Like, this was the first song I wrote on a guitar, trying to do country. It's called "I'm Not Dumb." Oh, can someone record this for me? So, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, I just didn't get it right. Why you picking a master maker of mistakes? When I fuck up, it gets me down, then it takes longer to come around. Nah, I'm not a fuck up, nah man, just doing it wrong. I said, I'm not dumb, I'm just different. You can ask my sister's parents. I wasn't made by no mistake. I once had 9, only 2. What's left but to do? I'm gonna buck up and keep moving on. 'Cause I'm not quitting. Yeah man, I'm just getting to the point of living, but I keep missing the mark that I wanna be hitting. Alright, this is for the ladies. Now men are dumb and man, they're stupid when they go get drinks with Cupid. They're master makers of mistakes. And then to date the wrong girl, then break her heart, then watch the world just fall apart. We're not fucked up, nah man, just doing it wrong. 'Cause I'm not quitting. Yeah man, I'm just getting to the point of living, but I keep missing the mark that I wanna be hitting. Alright, here's where the guitar solo goes in. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Now I'm not done, I'm just getting to the point. If you're listening, we're master makers of mistakes. So when you get down to stay too long, and be sure to come along, 'cause we're all fucked up and we're all doing it wrong. 'Cause I'm not quitting. Yeah man, I'm just getting to the point of living, but I keep missing the mark that I wanna be hitting. Alright, that's that one. Alright, so does anyone, alright, I wanna give you a choice. I like to give people a choice with songs. Do you wanna hear my quarantine song? Or do you wanna hear, Another one. Oh, the dog song. I have a song about a chihuahua walking down the street. That's much easier to play. All right, so this one's called Alpha Dog. It's about a chihuahua walking down the street, barking at everybody. Alpha dog, yeah, here he comes, barking at the world around, acting rough and tough and naming names, staking claim on common ground, acting like a hubris hound. Watch out for the alpha, here he comes. A bow wow wow, bow wow wow, a bow wow wow. Bow wow wow. Kissing on things everywhere. He doesn't think, he doesn't care. Watch out for the asshole, here he comes. So move your things and guard your gals. Pray he don't pick on your pals. Watch out for the asshole, here he comes. Hey you! Yeah, you. You suck. You were right, you had a hunch. Should have learned to punch a punch. Too late for an Advil, here it comes. Afraid to fight, but you took it well. You hit your head and broke your bells. Watch out for the asphalt, here it comes. Oh no. But you're broken just in time. Bopped him like some nursery rhyme. Woohoo, yelled the crowd of girls walk across the street. She'll sit up and she'll kiss it well. A classic bedtime story tale. Tell the girls when they are off to sleep. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. So when they're all fast asleep, he's watching Rocky on repeat. He's training up to get his due revenge. He's doing push-ups and cannonballs, swimming laps and lifting bells. Watch out for the coward, here he comes. A cow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A cow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow 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 wow. Bow wow 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 wow. Bow wow 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 wow. So listen up, listen well. Learn to punch or learn a spell. Train up for the next one, it will come. And when you think you're gonna lose, remember fear's a faithless ruse, 'cause no one knows the ending till the end. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow wow. A bow wow 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 wow. Bow wow 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 wow. A bow wow 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 wow. A bow wow 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 wow.
Yeah!
Wow. It was funny. I went down to Capitola and did that song at this wine and dine place in Capitola. And I was freaking promoting a show in San Francisco. She's like, none of that. I was like, no promoting shows in San Francisco. All right, whatever. So then I played that song, and then eventually at the end of the song, everyone in the bar was going, oh, oh, oh. And I was like, that's funny. Anyways, nice lady. This last one is, all right, so I'm gonna give you another choice. Do you want to hear my quarantine time song, which is kind of slow and kind of boring, or do you want to hear? Actually, I want to do "Where's My Book in the Bible." I already said that. All right. sounds shitty. Sorry, guys. All right, so I wrote this song because I was reading a book about John Prine's first album. And he said that when he was growing up, his mom never forced him to go to church because she was forced to go to church. And he's like, I didn't really like going to church anyways. Like, that book is written by a bunch of dudes anyways. It's not funny. It's like, if I wrote a book in the Bible, it'd be funny and people would like it and go to church. I was like, that's a funny idea, writing your own book. So this one's called Where's My Book in the Bible? And my name is Matthew. All right. It's got to be good enough. All right. Where's my book in the Bible about a hippy-dippy loser revival? Saved by grace from my mistakes with short stories of my survival. Like the time I was hunting in Eden, I was stomping on snakes to get even. For all they did, cause now we have to hit our body parts but for good reason. B-I-B-L-E, that's a book you can read. About a Galilee or the Trinity, not the girl from the matrices. B-I-B-L-A, helps the blind to say. Or so they say, I guess I have to pray to live less rationally. Or like the time I was joshing with Jesus, he was laughing at my jokes and my scheming. And he laughed the most at the most blasphemous, cause a joke ain't a joke unless it's teasing. B-I-B-L-A, that's a book you can read. About a Galilee or the Trinity, not the girl from the matrices. B-I-B-L-A, Jesus walked in the say. Or so they say, I guess I have to pray to live more faithfully. Hit it. Or like the time that I sat down for dinner with John and Brian and some other sinners. We talked about life and all the things that we liked about the Holy Ghost and God and the winners. B-I-B-L-A, it's a book you can read. About a Galilee or the Trinity, not the girl from the matrices. B-I-B-L-A, it's a heavenly. So they say, I guess I have to pray to get myself there and say, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. Thank you, everybody. My Instagram is Dear Mateo. If you want a sticker, you just come ask me. I'll give you one. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me go first and get out of the way.
Once again, Matt Miller. Original compositions. And now we're going to close out the evening with another musician who is going to play original songs. Please welcome Breakfast.
Before I do my 3 songs, I would like to read a poem, and not to bring you down, but the reason I'm bringing up this poem right now, earlier this summer, my mother died. I know, it happens. But when she died, we went through her files and found this amazing, amazing poem that she wrote about 40 years ago when I was a kid. The name of this poem is Mr. Pfister, Esther, Hester, and Louise. That's Pfister with a PH, by the way. Mr. Lester Pfister had a blister which festered. So, Mr. Pfister said to his sister, Esther, my blister festers. Think you that it will fester faster? Said Esther, Lester, I'll ask my Mr. Nestor Bester if he thinks your blister will fester faster. Ask Esther of her Mr. Nestor, my brother Lester's blister festered. Think you that Lester Pfister's blister will fester faster? Mr. Bester replied, Fester blister? When I passed Pastor Lister's, I'll ask Hester Lister's bastard Festus about Lester Pfister's blister fester. When Nestor Vester, Esther's mister, passed Pastor Lister's, Hester's Festus pestered Nestor Bester about Esther Bester's sister, Aster. So, Nestor Bester never questioned Pastor Lister's bastard Festus about Lester Pfister's festered blister, and whether Lester Pfister's festered blister would fester faster and become a pesky fistula. So, Nestor Bester said to Esther, "That Festus! Pastor Lister's Hester's bastard pestered me about Aster. Festus better not pester Aster, lest I make his ass blister and fester faster than Lester Pfister's blister festered." And so, what about Lester Pfister's festered blister? Go ask Louise. Rest in peace, Edita. So, this is a song where I'm gonna need your help. Every time you hear me sing the words tea tree oil, I'm gonna need you to sing those words back at me. All right? Let's do a little practice one. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Oh, that was terrible. You got it. I've got athlete's foot. I got a fungus on my heel. Itchy and smelly is how it makes me feel. Then I saw my friend Jessica at the Staff of Life store, and she said tea tree oil would take care of them spores. You need tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. I said the tea tree oil's gonna heal you, boils and goils. So now I'm sitting in my van, and my feet are there. I gave them some oil, now they're getting some air. And even if it don't work, at least my feet sink pretty. And they're dry and they're clean, instead of mildewed and gritty. You need tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. I said the tea tree oil's gonna heal you, boils and goils. Tea tree oil. When you've toiled in the soil till you've been foiled like a broiled baked potato, and you're cut up and bruised, don't boil and stew, don't let it spoil your day. When you're loyal, tea tree oil's just a little glass bottle away. Hey, 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 it's astringent, contingent on non-infringement of the recommended rules of usage. Consult a physician before use if you are a pregnant or nursing father. Use only topically, not internally, you fool. If you want to be cool, you gotta get schooled. Learn all the rules, how to use this ancient tool of healing. True, there ain't no feeling like living without a ceiling. I mean, what could be more appealing than stealing away recklessly into the night with a flask of tea tree oil hidden in the pocket of your cloak? But this ain't no joke. Use only as directed. Discontinue use if you get infected, or if redness, swelling, irritation, or pain occur, follow these steps and you will ensure a safe experience. Get ready. Your tea tree oil. 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 And goils. Thank you. So here goes. Sing a song about niacin or vitamin D3. It lowers your cholesterol and prevents cardiovascular disease. It's a powerful antioxidant, a detoxifier of intoxicants. What else can I say about niacin? Nature's type medicine, absorbed in the intestine, it's stored mainly in the liver. It always will deliver whatever your body needs. You know you can count on niacin. Niacin, known to the locals as vitamin D3. You'd, gee, that sounds amazing, you might say. I get some niacin today. It's found in peanuts, broccoli, brewer's yeast, fish, eggs and milk, and a beef flavored dish, carrots and dates and dandelion greens, potatoes, tomatoes, corn, flour, cheese, peppermint, parsley, burdock root, chamomile, cayenne, and catnip, red clover, rose hips, yellow duck, chickweed, slippery elm, hops, alfalfa, fountain, licorice, mullein, raspberry leaf, eyebright, nettle, and pork. Good grief, there are so niacin, known to the locals as vitamin D3. You'd better watch out if you don't get enough niacin. You might come down with one of these conditions: canker, sores, dementia, depression, diarrhea, dizziness, fatigue, halitosis, headaches, indigestion, inflammation, insomnia, brain pain, loss of appetite, low blood sugar, muscular weakness, pellagra, and skin eruptions. So please don't forget to take your niacin, known to the locals as vitamin B3. Caution. Niacin may elevate blood sugar levels. More than 500 milligrams a day of niacin may cause liver problems if taken for extended periods of time. A diet high in niacin is not recommended for pregnant women nor for people suffering from diabetes, glaucoma, gout, liver disease, or peptic ulcers. Catch to everything, including niacin. Niacin! Known to the locals as vitamin D3, or nicotinic acid, or niacinamide. It's good for schizophrenia, it improves your memory. It helps you metabolize carbs, fats, fats and proteins. First thing every morning, have a dose of niacin. Known to the locals as vitamin D3. Thank you. And so I got one more here to close out the night. A song called Nomad Song. See my face around here. Don't stop me now, I'm out the door. I mean it, I ain't coming back no more. I'm tired of this town and I'm sick of the state. It's holding me down and I don't want to wait while the rest of the world moves on. There's music and languages I've never heard, all kinds of people and houses and words, long lost friends that I've never met. Don't know where I'm going, but I know my path is set. No worries, no regrets, don't matter where I roam. Each stranger is my family, every country is my home. So good to see you all. Have a great night. Thank you. By the way, you can find me on Bandcamp at Chancellor Breakfast.
But once again, that was Breakfast. And I'm very glad that Breakfast has been looking out for our health, because someone has to do that around here. We ain't doing it. So, Breakfast, good luck with that. We will try to support you as much as we can, but you can't really count on us necessarily for that. We will try to take niacin if we can, or if we should. And anyhow, and we had Matt Miller, also original compositions, and Cara Vita with her poetry and the kazoo, and Lisbeth Bailey, and myself reading a few limericks. And have a great evening, everyone.